I'm curious to know how often, oh, I can't be bothered, shows up for you, whether this is something you say in your head or something you notice in your behaviour, like reaching for your phone or some other distraction, because this shows up more than we realise. Not only does it cost us our time, internal battle also costs us our energy. But what if there was a way to work with this I can't be bothered feeling of need for a distraction in a way that we can respond to it differently and interpret it differently too? And by doing that, reclaim that time, reclaim that energy. Because a lot of the time, this is mistaken as a issue to do with motivation, when actually it's a mismatch between your body state and what you're asking of it in that moment. And once we really begin to understand this, it means we can interpret it differently in our day-to-day, which really can help benefit us in the long term. Once we start to understand this and we're able to interpret it differently, we can really start reaping those benefits in the long term, that reclaimed energy, that reclaimed time. So different body states that we occupy are there for different things, different actions. Some are better for movement, some are more geared towards focus, and some are for recovery. And when there's a mismatch between that body state and the task we're trying to achieve, that mismatch of interpretation and action, it feels like resistance. It presents as this, I can't be bothered, or we find ourselves even more distracted. And what's right beneath that is that the body has less capacity for the task at hand and it's asking for something different. And this is where we can misread this. And this is where we go for that quick relief, this quick scroll or whatever the distraction is for you, which might take the edge off briefly, but it doesn't actually shift that body state, and it certainly doesn't help us towards getting the task done, saving time or our energy. I had this the other day, I had a bit of content to work on. I mean, this occurs all the time, but this particular case, I had a bit of content I needed to do, and I had that I can't be bothered narrative that popped in for me. And this time I could feel it, I could recognise it, and I could feel that strong pull for distraction. Oh, just a quick glance at my phone, quick scroll, which we know can turn into a half an hour doom scroll. And in the past, I would have done that. But this time I took a moment to register my body state, acknowledge how I was feeling. There was tension in my body, and the emotion, the thing I was feeling was frustration. And this is where most people get stuck. Without interpreting the body state and that emotion, it gets misinterpreted, and we're looking for that quick relief that we all know isn't long-term serving us all the tasks. So what is the way forward? It's learning to interpret what the body is really communicating. It's not being hard on ourselves if we fall into our distractions, but as soon as we can catch it, it's going, right, okay, what was really going on here? What was I really feeling? And what does my body actually need? Because working in this way increases our capacity in the body. It means we can show up better for ourselves and the task and the things we're trying to do. So in my case, in this instance, there was this frustration. Beneath this could be lots of different variations of emotions, but in this instance, that's what it was for me. So in this instance, I was feeling agitation, which isn't conducive for focus, right, for the job. So I worked with that energy in the body, that frustration that needed to go somewhere, which was through movement and deepening the breath. I walked around a bit, and this helped shift my state. Now, I'm not saying I went back to the piece of work and it suddenly felt like really, really easy, but it definitely felt different. I wasn't fighting it anymore. I wasn't feeling that frustration, resistance, and I could actually get into the task and get it done. And this is the thing, when you can bring in that earlier awareness, it helps stop us getting dragged into that loop of distraction, of putting things off, delaying, then feeling bad about that later, plus having the carryover of the work or whatever it is that you set out to do. So next time, if you ever encounter this yourself, this I can't be bothered or feeling a need for distraction, check in. Find out what your body's communicating. What's its current state? Is there an underlying emotion? And if you do, I'd love to hear from you what you discover. And it's just been great to have you here as always. And if you've enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps grow this channel, and see you in the next one. Bye.